I feel like he's gonna like decapitate himself. God. Oh, they have good cookies around. I used to do my shit. Lava's got good cookies too. Oh god. 3 dozen? The fuck? How'd they even have that many? That's wild. Are we about to win a Super Bowl? Nah, probably can play like one. Let's see how it goes. Oh shit, immediate.
Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. Intensity level will be off the charts.
The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. Fields this way up at the 17. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
Actually, I was playing franchise. I'm playing mud though. I don't know. Hey, look at the perks, bro. I'm drinking. I even took that way.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. A handoff to Barkley on the option. And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he's stopped behind the line by this Bengals D. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Cunningham looking to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown. Calvin Johnson, 81 yards. And his guys have taken a first quarter lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Matt Gay on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. And a short pickup to about the 25.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run once more with Edwards. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run with Patterson.
Come on.
Going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated?
Just like
Am I
they drew
out
it
of
up on
touch
the
a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer. Exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
Yeah, I feel like I wonder how long ago this is the same recordings the voices from. That's a few years ago.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and
not
that
good.
will force a turnover on downs. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. They'll give it to Barkley off the option play. Heck of a move, and then brought down near the 23. They had great starting position to begin the drive, and now they look up at a 3rd and 5. A play fake, now Cunningham. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. Zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect it. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Here's Edwards again on 2nd down. They'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. 1st down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. 1st and 10, it's Patterson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It was Harrison Smith there up from his safety spot to make the play behind the line. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Oh man, I'm tired too. Yeah, it wasn't that crowded. It was alright. It was chill. There was a lot of Dallas fans there. It was cool. That's a good game.
They'll try the air now with Herbert.
Oh,
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender,
playoffs.
I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Might have to be a deep to Randy. I don't know. When in doubt, Randy for that.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Third down, here's Patterson. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down.
What an advantage having a elite guy to be the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he also makes plays himself, as we just saw there.
It's a good try.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And they will take over first and 10.
Trying
Now at the line, ready for their next drive.
a lot of
As the
pressure
offense
on
comes
me.
out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one.
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence.
All right,
so maybe
let me
give him a
play
couple
back,
easy
actually.
throws
Yeah.
that
If
he
you're going to
can
play back,
complete,
yo, make sure
and
you
then
stay
get
back.
to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Nice,
Still in the
yeah.
first
Check
half.
it out. Pull it.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you, because it seems to be working pretty well.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys can advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the bench.
Yeah, wild card
Don't
round.
gas me
They
up,
told
bro.
us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. On
Yeah,
now is the
bro. I'm
punter.
gonna make a
As the
mistake.
drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Oh, shit. Fuck you. I was trying to...
Pulled in at the 24. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports.
That spin was epic. It gave you forward progress, so it's not all lost. I'll try running the ball.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Here's Herbert. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating
Stop
a major
laughing
dent
and
on the
figure
scoreboard.
it out.
Able to force the incompletion, but
Push your
still
fucking
waiting
fire.
for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
On 2nd and 15 now. Herbert.
Oh,
It's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but when he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
And a nice job there skipping away from the one tackle and ends up getting 5 yards out of that. Second down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
On second down, there's the option going left. And all the way in for the touchdown. Randall Cunningham, 30 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
That guy's pass, it sucks. We got
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Wait, can you put that in my freezer? Yeah, to see if
the Bengals drive about to get going. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Does it fit?
Fake, and now Herbert to throw.
That's not melting,
being chased
right?
out left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, here's Herbert going up top. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Let's go now.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Now Cunningham. Throwing left side, he's got Gronk complete. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 11 yards on the pickup there.
Look, we came into this one focused on Randy Moss, and now he has our full attention with his first grab of the game.
But he's one of only 2 players to go a whole season averaging over 100 yards receiving and average a touchdown per game as well. That's a pretty impressive stat.
It really is, especially when you consider that every defense he faced was prepared for him and was kicking coverages in his direction.
So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. Fields this way up at the 17. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Bengals drive about to get going. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to get a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
That's the Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor doing what he does best.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. They snap it to Herbert.
What?
They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field.
Bro, I'm speechless. He must have hit stick or something.
The first down carry for Barkley. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Shaquille Leonard in there to blow that play up.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14. Pretty good job there defensively of stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting and waiting for something to develop, and it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. And the gamble fails. It's incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Bengals will get the football back. Well, I see what they were trying to do there. You pop up your holder, roll them out. You got the option to run or pass. Just didn't work.
Not at all, and the communication was excellent defensively to make sure that receivers were covered as they escaped from the line of scrimmage, because that's supposed to be a surprise to everyone, and that's how they get through. People forget their assignments on defense. That didn't happen. And think about the guy rolling out with the football, looking for an open person. No one there.
Helpless feeling.
Helpless, because that gap between you and defenders now is going to close and close quickly.
Deep in there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one,
I'm not sure we're going to catch that.
But credit the defense for the nice play, knocking that one away.
Man. He didn't put his hands out. It's funny.
Gonna throw on third down with Herbert.
You're over
By the defense here, they did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Yo, at this point, just do like a fucking screen. Just do a screen. Get some momentum.
On fourth down,
Jesus
Herbert.
Christ. Ah, he got one. He got one.
And he is going to have the Bengals
The season's alive.
to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Herbert throwing again. Got a man, it's Randy Moss complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. On second down, Ronnie Patterson. And a lane slow materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard
I saw the
up
left
to the
as soon as I
45.
cut right.
Ladies and gentlemen,
No, I cut right. I'm like, oh,
in the
shit.
defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still
goes.
plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. The offense on third down tonight, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Herbert. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Touchdown, Bengals. Justin Jefferson, 55 yards. And the Bengals are finally on the board.
That was wide, too.
Here
I
in the
understand.
fourth quarter.
It worked.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late.
Imagine all this
But they
time,
didn't give up a
guys.
big pass play like that, but they did. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Get a turnover here.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they are looking good. A 2-score lead here in this fourth quarter as they hope to capture a spot in the divisional round next weekend. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Off play action, it's Cunningham.
Yeah, what's up? That was time to
He just gets that ball out of there. Not quite sure what he was doing. And here comes the flag. We saw it too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
All right, I think I'm just going to come out in the exact same play because it seems to work.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. Here's Cunningham. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play. But in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So they bring out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
Oh.
The kick gets it away, but it's not looking that great. They'll take this inside the 40.
Let me go.
Special teams mistake.
Damn, bro.
Just 26
He's
yards
getting
of
gift wrapped,
on the
bro.
punt, and the Bengals will take over in terrific field position.
Let's go. You got this.
So first
Joe,
and 10
don't
now
even say
from the
that, bro.
30.
Don't speak that shit into existence. You're not gonna choke.
Herbert now.
Let's
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. On 2nd and inches. Herbert.
Oh!
He's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Lawrence Taylor in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
Damn, see, you know what actually is a crazy, but probably would have been a play there to have kicked the field goal. Yeah, and then get a 2-minute, see if I get to stop, and then you get a touchdown and tie it. Now, it's going to be tough.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one dropped in the end zone.
Let's go. We get stopped.
Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown.
So we get stopped here. And, big block here. Oh, he fucked up! And it's a penalty. Oh my god. You got 1st
There's
down.
a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
Except,
Certainly, those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
Let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
Herbert. This is Justin Jefferson.
Is Justin Jefferson clutch? I don't know.
And the Bengals have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
They can take on the extra point as well. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown. Ready to kick it away is Carlson. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And it's a pretty good return here as they get this up to the 29. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown! Rob Gronkowski, 71 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the fourth quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
So it's not over yet.
The Bengals drive about to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
They blindsided us with that. Herbert. It was definitely...
Wide open, Gronkowski. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Herbert to throw. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Lawrence Taylor.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. A really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
It looked like he had a pretty good line on that one.
Yeah, I hate this game. Yeah, okay, Patterson, Flash. How about S?
This is getting close to a no-win situation now. They've got one final shot. They're on their end of the field, and it's 4th and long. This might require a little extra razzle-dazzle to get it done.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, their playoff run...
Yeah. Yeah, I was playing this by myself yesterday. I was ripping a DMZ and I ruined like a couple people's games. It's pretty funny. They were like really looted up. The poop swamp.
Holding for deployment. Take this time to warm up. Hostiles dropping into the area. Watch the skies. Enemy dropping into the AO. Warm-up is over. Stand by for deployment to the war zone.
Get ready to jump! 5 seconds!
Survive and your team can redeploy. Eliminate targets to bring them back faster. Set a drop point for your squad, soldier. Moving!
Moving here. Hostile UAV in the area.
Marking gas mask!
What happened? What happened? I didn't drop it.
Enemy UAV active.
Enemy UAV overhead.
An enemy squad is hunting you. Stay alert.
Wait, what? Why are you not in? Wait, what are you looking at right now? Can you take something to start playing? Maybe you have to buy him in.
Marking at lethal here.
Losing round. Enemy soldier incoming.
I'm gonna try to buy him. Well, let me see if I can buy him in.
Your team is in the safe zone. Your squad mates
go.
back
Let's
on
see.
station.
Buy you
Good
in.
work.
Buy you in. Alright, that's great. That's crazy. I'm just glad the Devils won. I was on the edge of my seat for most of that game. They had a 4-goal lead, and I did not feel comfortable enough that they were going to win.
Enemy dropping into the AO. Use this time to practice. We will be deploying soon.
Bro, we would get the brothers, like, they're like studs. It's wild. There's another one? Wait, nah, he doesn't. Is he playing? That's fucking insane. What team is he playing for? What is he playing for?
Holy shit!
I know who you're talking about.
Training is over. Time to see what you have learned.
I think I know who his brother is, and he is really good. Yeah.
seconds to the release point.
There was actually one of the Carolina fans had a really good
Survive to
troll
redeploy
moment.
fallen teammates. Kill to bring them back
They
faster.
put Jackie's
Mark a drop
mom
point for your squad.
in
You will lead them in.
photo crowd smashing Ali's face. Jackie's from his draft day, and it's like her mom's at home. Like that's what it translates to. There's like Jackie's mom and a picture smashing on
Moving. Moving here. UAV active. Hostile counter UAV overhead. Enemy UAV overhead.
You have reinforcements inbound.
It's so long.
Hostile UAV in the area. Enemies deployed a counter UAV.
You got gas moving in. Your team made it to the safe zone.
There's a revive kit here.
I'm prepared for it.
I'll take that. Cancel that. I'll take that. Cancel that.
He just says it the same way each time.
One requesting recon at this time.
Copy that. UAV online and orbiting the AO.
Armor pouch marked. Marking gas mask.
Ooh, he's gone.
UAV is bingo fuel. RTB at this time.
We're detecting vulnerability in the enemy's network. Locate their uplink stations and secure their intel before they go offline.
Grenade out! movement. Moving here. And cancel that. Enemy movement.
Damn, that was not. No, that was not that guy. He's up here.
Enemy movement.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Oh, he just got killed. I just got an assist.
Enemy movement.
What is that? What's that big red thing? What is that?
Enemy UAV active.
Gas is inbound.
Enemy movement.
Move to the safe zone.
One enemy.
Marking enemy. Enemy movement.
Enemy resecured their network. It's over.
Took a round. Throwing grenade.
Enemy precision airstrike.
Enemy
Oh,
movement.
no,
Cover.
no, he's an airstrike, run.
You've been tracked by an enemy squad. Evade and survive.
Oh! Is he shot?
Got myself up.
Watch your six. Resurgence window is ending. $25 are left. Stay sharp out there. Gas is closing in.
Activating suppression mine here.
Head to the safe zone now. for second chances.
Hostile UAV in the area.
Supply crates are restocked. Advise you load up now.
Got them!
Oh my, out!
Enemy
Sniper's
counter
down!
UAV is active.
I killed one time. I'm running back. Watch out. This is already dead. There's no point in being aggressive there. We're getting him in. I got mine.
The enemy lost track of you. You're safe.
Yeah, there's a buy station, right? Yeah, let's keep going. Come on. Let's get him in.
Gas is moving.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the skies. Some of your team is still outside the safe zone.
Enemy UAV active.
There's people in here.
Hostile
Let's see
UAV in the area.
I don't know if she's going in there. Yeah, land down here, dude.
Taking
Sending
effective fire!
God merchant us. Maybe I get some guns. Alright, we're going inside apparently. Here, there's just guns in here, bro. It's good guns.
Mark an SMG! Frag out!
Got a decoy out there, maybe. Fuck it. Little sneaky bastard. Alright, we're all alive. Let's, crack a shot at this. Not too many people left. I see him.
Got gas moving in. Advise you move to the safe zone now. Enemy soldier incoming.
Hostile mortar strike near your position.
Gas is inbound.
Oh my god. Oh. I think that's white squad. Ugh. When you get a chance, how many stings you got?
Your squad is in the top 5. Let's get it done.
Oh, they're gonna kill you right now. Woo!
Only 5 remain. You are close to victory.
Second place, what? They had a good position. I think they killed me too. So I like literally took out, I took everybody out on the bottom. That was crazy. Right over here. Let's do one more. Yo, Zach, I think you have the skin for that hemlock, dude. It's fire.
Warm up while you can. We will deploy soon.
hurricane's putting in here. Oh my god, Goose is going like that. Yo, Goose's car is like totally fucked up. Oh man, I think Goose was like not even in that. That was weird.
Hostiles dropping into the area. Watch the skies. Check your gear and weapons. We go soon. Practice is over. The real fight begins now.
Moving here.
Stay alive to keep your squad in the fight.
Yeah. You realize we were in the last one. Just inside.
Right here. Moving here.
Yeah, I shredded like a bunch of them.
Enemy UAV active.
I killed by the people.
Claymore
that
set.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
They had us. Kill everybody below us. Get Blink to use this fucking. It's so bad. Hurricane just, I don't know, we got out of that building and everybody was by the pool and just like fucking killing the entire spot. Is that real gunfire or DK?
Could use some mid-cal rounds. Enemies deployed a counter UAV. Gas mask here.
Hostiles dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
You have to, bro.
Hostile UAV in the area.
You really can't sit still. Sit still, you die.
Hostile counter UAV overhead. Enemy UAV overhead.
Bounty targets are up. Take them down. All bounty targets are down. Well done. Gas is closing in. soldier incoming.
Our mortar strike is inbound. Enemy counter UAV is active.
Your team has entered the safe zone. Your squad mate has been designated the most wanted target. Protect them at all costs.
So what are you doing, Zach? I should take the most wanted. It's hard enough without it.
Enemy UAV active.
Oh. Yo, there's a lot of people coming up.
Enemy movement.
The fuck's that teammate?
Hostile UAV in the area.
Remember that? Ran away from me.
We're detecting vulnerability in the enemy's network. Locate their uplink stations and secure their intel before they go offline.
Friendly airstrike on the way.
You kept your squad mate protected. Contract complete.
Assault rifle marked. Moving.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
Enemy movement.
Moving here. Enemy UAV overhead. Friendly counter UAV is on station. Hostile airstrike near your location. Enemy UAV active.
Gas is moving.
Throwing grenade!
Your team is in the safe zone.
Go ahead, straight. Here's just some guns on this guy. No.
Got a custom weapon here.
I did not.
Hostile UAV in the area. Enemy UAV overhead. Friendly
Find the
UAV on
cluster
station.
mine.
Enemy
Marking
resecured
buy
their
station.
network. It's over.
Enemy movement.
Surgeons is about to end. Make it count. You're losing ground. Mark your dog tag.
Oh, he's fucking
Move to
pro!
resecuring.
What? Oh, I thought he was
Only
not.
25 remain.
I was not. Oh, he was prone. He's creeping around now. Yeah, you just looked at him. No, niggas, our guns, our guns. That was the worst time to die. Oh, looks like we're going, well, I'm back. Goodness.
Your squad mate is redeploying. Well done.
I'm fading here.
Resurgence is no longer
Actually, it's
active.
probably a good
This is
spot.
for keeps.
Oh, what? Oh, I see him.
Enemy movement. Enemy movement.
He's got incendiary rounds. I'm scared.
Could use some mid-car rounds.
Me? Yeah. I was scared, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Gas is inbound.
Deploy mindset.
You're far from the safe zone. Advise you start moving.
Where that is.
Moving here.
25 remain. They hit us hard that time, so we will settle the score.
Done.
Only 10 are left.
Peace.
You're losing ground.
You're not gonna die. I got you.